Democracy in the EU is tot. And we're going to talk about why today. It's 1:15 in the afternoon on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. This is the Insanity Report for Germany for today. Guys, democracy, if it wasn't dead before, it is dead now. In the EU, democracy is no longer a thing. And we as people of these countries are going to have to start really considering what we're going to have to do about it. So in Romania, as you guys probably know, months ago, maybe half a year ago, I'm not sure, quite a couple months ago, quite a few months ago, the Romanian elections were basically canceled. They had the first round of elections, and then another round was scheduled, but because Georgescu, the EU skeptic, I would say, and according to the establishment, right-wing fanatic fascist, was going to win because that's who the Romanian people wanted to elect. And so they canceled the election, and now they were going to restart the elections. But now they've decided, because all the polls are showing and all the energy is going towards Georgescu. So having the elections done over now has shown them, well, if they do the elections over now, Georgescu is going to still win, right? He's probably going to win by a bigger margin than he would have if we wouldn't have canceled the elections the first round. And so now they just decided that he's not able to run as a candidate. Now, I don't care what their reason is, and I don't care what court decided it. You know, this is a country, Romania, which is part of the EU, which is constantly out there preaching to the world about their democratic values, and we are democracy, and that's how we do it, and we are there to show the whole world how they should behave and how they should act. We are the moral kingpins here in the EU, and the EU is probably behind the canceling of the elections or the barring of Georgescu from running for the elections in Romania. See, it's a sign of desperation, right? So that's the good thing about this. It's a sign of desperation that they are going this far, this blatantly out in the open. They know that people are not buying the propaganda anymore, and they are relying solely on the dying breed of people left out there that still watch mainstream media and still allow the mainstream media pundits in these countries to tell them what to think. And that's their only lifeline. That's why the EU establishment politicians are so hard on about censorship, right? They know that if they can't censor the internet and their voter base is dying out, they know that their establishment politicians are not going to continue to be elected in our so-called democracies, which they are not. You just can't, in a democracy, cancel elections and then throw the person who's going to win the election out of the electoral race just go, well, you know, we decided, and hope that people just stand behind that. That should be a warning shot. Romania is a European country. Romania is part of the EU. And yet the EU establishment, the EU bureaucrats, not only stood by, but probably worked on getting this situation to where it is in Romania, right? So they are not for democracy at all. At all. Democracy is you let the candidates run, and you let whoever gets elected get elected by the people. That's basically the basic principle of democracy. That and free speech. Both are gone in the EU. And for those of you people here in Germany who think, Romania, you know, yeah, it's like technically part of the EU, but it's basically a communist country. No. You know, you think the same way about Hungary, right? No. No. They are under the EU umbrella. If any country would have done this to a left-wing candidate, to a woke, progressive, left-wing ideologue maniac. The whole EU Parliament, the whole EU Commission, the Court of Human Rights, the ICC, every European country's politicians would be out there going, this is a disgrace, this is insane, this is anti-democratic, that does not reflect unsere Demokratie, right? They would be all over the place. About Georgescu in Romania, I don't hear shit, right? And for all of you Germans who have now maybe realized that your mistake voting for the CDU, right? Because, I don't know, it may take a little more pain for you people to actually wake up, right? But what happened in Romania could happen in any European country now. The door has been opened. The Pandora's box has been opened. There's no way to get this back in the box, right? And even that guy, Thierry Breton, whoever the fuck the guy is, he used to be somebody important. He's now basically gone, but he still got on TV, on the mainstream media, after the elections were canceled the first time in Romania and said, guys, we are well prepared to do this in any other European country if the elections in European countries do not go the way we want. So he basically admitted that the EU is behind this, that Brussels is behind this, right? That's what he admitted, right? So if you think that just because you live in Germany, that something like this is not going to happen, just look at the situation right now in Germany, okay? Germany elected a different Bundestag, right? A different government. And when a new government is elected, their job is basically to form a new government. They have to form coalitions. So the CDU was the big winner, right? Mr. Keine linke Politik mehr in Deutschland, Merz, right? Remember? Mr. I will wag the keys of the Dienstwagen in front of everybody's face and they're going to do exactly what I said, is now getting raped by the SPD and the Green Party and the leftists in Parliament, right? So they have to form coalitions, and the German people elected a new government. Now, instead of working on forming a coalition, this new government decides that they're going to work with the government that's been unelected, the Ampel. So the people that are on their way out, that shouldn't have any more decision-making power whatsoever, right? They go because they don't have the majority to change the Constitution to get rid of the Schuldenbremse, which is the debt handbrake for those English-speaking people that watch this, right? There is, in the Constitution of Germany, there is a rule that says you cannot go over a certain amount of debt. And, well, the new government, the incoming government, wants to get rid of that because they know that they want to plan laws and plan budgets that they will not have a majority for once the new government is installed. See, the opposition will be too big. But right now, that opposition isn't there in the old government. I know this sounds real complicated because it is, because it's totally insane, right? When you elect a new government, you don't want the old government making any more decisions. That's it, they're gone. They're unelected. We don't want any more of their shit. So get the new government in right away. Instead, the new government decides to work with the sitting government, who is actually on their way out, who actually is not able to make any more decisions. No, the new government, the incoming government, that's also not a government yet. See, Friedrich Merz hasn't formed any coalitions. They're not actually officially the government yet. They're still in the process of talks about who's going to join them in the coalition to form the new government. So they're not even a legal government body, right? The CDU. And yet they're going to basically cut away the constitution of this country, get rid of the handbrake that stops the country from going into massive debt, because he can do it with the support of the old government. What the fuck's going on? All right, dude, look. So for you people who think that oh, well, what happened in Romania is not going to happen in Germany. It's already happening, right? The putsch, so to speak, the coup, whatever you want to call it, whatever language you want to call it, is already happening. A non-government body, the CDU, is not the government yet. They have not formed a coalition. Yet they are somehow legally able to go, hey, old government, we're going to come in, but we don't have the coalition yet, so we're not actually legally or, officially the government yet. But we're going to go ahead and vote with you guys because you're going to be able to open the safe for us to come and fucking rob it when we get in. And that's what the old government's doing. It's unbelievable. This is a slap in the face, a kick in the nuts, a raping of the Constitution and so-called democracy, how you see it, how we're supposed to see it, right? This should be completely illegal. But it's not, because the Verfassungsgericht said, well, it's all right. It's all right. You can do it. And basically now there's no recourse. So now, to make it clear, what's happening in this country right now, right now, what's happening in this country is that the people that got unelected, right, the government, the humble people, are cracking the safe and leaving the door open for the new government, Friedrich Merz, to come in and steal all the fucking money, right? That's what's happening. And it's happening in front of everybody's eyes, and it's happening with the blessing of your sacred Verfassungsgericht. So, democracy is not only dead in Romania, it is dead in Germany, right? It's dead in Germany. And I'm not so sure that even now, I think now it might be too late. I think now that even when Merz and the CDU and whatever coalition they form, whatever leftist government we're going to get, because that's what we're going to get, leftist government, even though Friedrich Merz was up there talking about keine linke Politik mehr, big talk from a little man with little tiny balls. That's Friedrich Merz, right? But he can talk big when it's time to get elected, right? Keine linke Politik mehr, whatever. It's all linker Politik, right? It's all leftist politics, all of it. And that's what we're going to get for as long as they last. Maybe there will have to be snap elections, but then what? Then the country's going to be further in the shitter, and people are going to finally be hurt enough and in pain enough to realize that probably in the voting realm, the AfD is the only party that will even attempt to get us out of this fucking mess, right? They're going to realize that. And then everybody's going to vote for the AfD. And then the EU, Brussels, and their establishment pundits are going to come in and go, well, there was too much influence from Russia, and so we're going to cancel the elections, and then we're going to find a way to ban the AfD. I think they've tested the democracy for years, and it didn't start with COVID, but that was the biggest one. They tested the democracy during COVID. They tested the Grundgesetz during COVID, and they got away with everything. And now they know it worked in Romania. We got rid of the right-wing candidate in Romania, and Georgescu can't run, right? We got rid of him. We're going to get rid of the AfD in Germany, even if all of Germany votes for them. You know what I mean? We're going to find a way, because we're the EU, and we're only about democracy when we're about unsere Demokratie. That's what's going on. People of Germany, your democracy is being stolen from you in front of your fucking face, right? Right in front of your faces. And we're all letting it happen. So what's the alternative going to be, right? What are we going to do what are we going to do about the fact that basically these establishment politicians are crushing the very Grundgesetz, Constitution, whatever you want to call it? What are we going to do? Because all the recourse is gone. They've already gone to the highest court. And the highest court said, nope, okay, rubber stamp it, it's good. They can do this. It's fine. They can totally cheat the system. They can totally shit on the voters. Doesn't matter. They can do it. It's legal. And once that court, the Verfassungsgericht, says it's legal, it's fucking legal. So what are we going to do? Right? What are the options? I don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't. I really don't. Because the way I see it going is either we lay down and accept this tyranny, you know, or people start making their voices heard. That's maybe a next step. I don't think it's going to do much. I don't think protesting really does much. You know, I'm sorry. I don't, because you see, if they don't care about the voters, if they don't care about what the voters think, if they don't care about the attitude and the feelings of the people that live in the country, then protesting isn't going to do much. They're already past that. They know, or they think they're the elite, and they decide against the interest of the people if they think that's in the best interest of the people. That's what's going to happen. So how are we going to stop this? Well, there's not much we can do. You know, there really isn't. There really isn't. And are we going to let it happen? Are we going to let it continue? You know? Or are people going to actually start fighting for their existence? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see that there's going to be a resistance in this country against any of this shit. And that's what the politicians see as well. They really see that. They see a country of people that go, oh, well, you know, we tried. Yeah, we trusted Merz, but okay, he's going to fuck us. We're going to get fucked again. It's going to be all right. We're Germany. We're fine. Yeah, the whole place is deindustrializing. We're losing jobs. The life costs are going way, way up, and they're going to go way up, people. They're going to go way up high. And you know why that is? Because Friedrich Merz is going to get rid of the Schuldenbremse shit, right? And they're going to make so much debt that the inflation is never going to come down. Never. You know what I mean? It's never going to come down. It's only going to go up because of Friedrich Merz, because of the CDU, because of the people you voted for. You should be patting yourself on the back. You know, great. So after the country gets further destroyed and democracy gets completely uprooted, what are the German people going to actually do? I don't think anything's going to happen. Yeah, I think that the people are just going to lay down and fucking take it in the ass. Because that's what they've been doing. That's what they did during COVID. That's what they did with Ukraine. That's what they've done with everything so far. And even the fact that in a democratic European country, supposedly in Romania, the elections were canceled and the front runner on the election was taken off the ballot, that doesn't shock anybody in Germany. They're like, no problem. No, but then it happens here at home. The High Court tells the German people, democracy, schmemocracy, you know, we got to let these politicians do whatever they want, guys. And if they can somehow trick the public by working with the government that we don't actually want before they form a new government that we actually might want, you know, so to get something done that nobody wants, right? We're going to let them do it. You know, we got to let them do it. So I'm sorry. I don't trust these courts. I don't trust any of these politicians, any of them. The AfD is the only party I trust at all to do anything to benefit my life or the lives of the German tax-paying citizens. That's the only party. You know, if they somehow get in and they fuck it up, then I give up on it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. The system is so corrupt, it's already in place. What's happening in America with Doge and everything, that's not going to happen here. You know, it should. It needs to. The system needs to change. But without the people getting up and saying enough fucking is enough, it's never going to. The next election, this one is gone. You're going to have to suffer all the pain you get from having made this election, right? The CDU is going to get in, Merz is going to be the chancellor, and they're going to fuck the country up just as bad or worse than the Ampel did. And we're going to have to deal with it. The next election is your last chance. Okay? It's the last chance to get your fucking head out of your ass and vote for a party that might make some sort of fucking change to your benefit, that might act in your interests. And hopefully the democracy isn't ruined enough already by then that your vote's still going to count, that the AfD will get in if they get voted in, right? That the EU and Brussels is not going to come around and do the Romania here in Germany. Who knows? They want to, and they're going to if they're dealing with a bunch of weak-kneed people who are going to take it up the ass with a smile on their faces. So don't be that kind of people. Don't be that kind of people. Be the kind of people that stands up and goes, we've had it. We've had it. We don't care how fucking racist you call us. We don't care how much you think that the AfD are fascists. We don't care. We don't care. We're going to vote them in. We're going to let them loose. We're going to unleash them. And we're going to hope and fucking work on the fact that this country gets its back together, gets back in shape, gets its shit together, and gets back on the map here. But don't take it from me. I'm just some truck driver, right? I don't know shit. Don't take it from me, okay? Because like I said, I don't really see them putting a big fence around fucking Germany or Europe and keeping us in here. So if the next time around, or if during this government period, shit gets too bad in this country, I'm just gonna fucking go. You know what I'm saying? I'll go somewhere else. You know, but a lot of people who are born here and have like a tie to this country don't want to be forced out of their own country. Well, if you don't want to be forced out of your own country, you're going to have to get your head out of your ass and vote for the only party that's going to actually do something to benefit you and the rest of the tax-paying citizens in this country. And that is not these establishment parties. People like me were saying that before the election. Any establishment party, even the CDU, is going to fuck you over. These people have been bought. They have been captured. They only care about their own political career and the donors that make their careers possible. They only care about what they want and they only care about what they think. They only care about what the elites think, right? They don't care about the regular person. And you're going to need to get people in here that care about the regular person. And the only people that seem to care about the regular person is the AfD. This coming election is your last chance. And I'm going to say this over and over again until then. Really, Germany, look at what's going on. The people that voted for the CDU should be absolutely outraged at what they are doing in order to get power. I mean, it is disgusting. Friedrich Merz talking all this big talk, big boy talk on stage. Oh, the Dienstwagen, and oh, no more linker politik, and blah, blah. All bullshit. All of it. Again, we haven't heard anything about immigration. Nothing. They're not going to do anything. To do anything. They're not going to do a fucking thing that they said they were going to do. And I will be curious to see how many CDU voters have finally had enough come next election. And if this is not going to be enough, if you guys fall for this shit, then you deserve it. You know, that's what I got to say. Then you deserve it. But I don't. And so I'm not going to fucking deal with it. So hopefully, people, please, open your fucking eyes. Stop watching mainstream media. That's one of the biggest problems. And just to go back real quick for the one positive thing out of this, the way the EU establishment is acting, the way the German establishment is acting, the way the Romanian establishment is acting shows one thing. They are in panic mode because they are willing to take very big risks in order to try to push through their agenda over their heads and over the backs of the regular people. And they know that if they push too hard, there will be eventually people with pitchforks at the gates. They know. But they're willing to take that risk. That's how desperate they are. So that's good for us. Because we're over the target. Because we are winning at the moment. Worldwide. Right? Worldwide, we are winning at the moment. Donald Trump's election has put a big dent in the leftist agenda worldwide. But it's not done enough. The people in these countries have to also be involved. And stop voting with emotion only. Stop sitting back and allowing these fucking people that are supposed to be serving us, they're servants not leaders. They're not my leaders. I don't give a fuck. I have no respect for them. They serve me because I pay their salary. That's it. That's it. And if they're not serving me, I don't take anything they say seriously. I don't give a shit what they say the laws are. I don't give a shit what they say I can say or what I can't. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. Fuck them. They're my servants. I pay for them to be able to roll around in their expensive cars and fucking fly around the world waving their finger in other fucking leaders' faces. People who are true leaders, right? Donald Trump, for example, a real leader. J.D. Vance, a real leader, right? These people are puppets. They're servants, and they should be treated as such. And until the people start treating them as servants, rather than putting them on this giant pedestal and telling them how great they are and constantly voting for them again, even though they fucked you over and over again, the shit will never change. It's just going to get more bold, more brazen, and more crazy. So that's it. So democracy's already dead. It's not on its way out. It's not, well, we better be careful because we're playing with the foundation of democracy. Democracy is gone. It's gone. And it's going to be up to the people to bring it back. That's it. That's what it is. Like it or not. Does that mean that a lot of people are going to have to get their shit together and get in action that don't want to get in action? Are going to have to say things publicly they don't want to have to say publicly? Are going to have to start disagreeing with people? Yep, that's what it means. It's one or the other. You got to make a choice. Everything in life is choices. You either want to be run by tyrants and ruled by tyrants, like Friedrich Merz and the CDU party and all of the other establishment cronies in fucking Brussels, or you want to have democracy. It's up to you, but you're going to have to do something for it. That's the way it's going to have to work. That's the only way it will work. And that's all I got to say. I can go on about this forever. It's already been long, so we're going to end it for today. Guys, democracy's already dead. Don't get yourself to thinking that, we still have a chance. It's still there. We can still hanging on. No. It's not hanging on by a thread. It's not almost gone. It's gone. Romania and what's happening here in Germany proves it. That's the proof. Everybody can see it. It's gone. Guys, if you want to get all my stuff directly into your email inbox as soon as it comes out, including all the articles I write, all you have to do is go to the Substack and subscribe there for free or for $5 a month, which I would greatly appreciate, of course. And then you get all my content delivered right to your inbox in one place. All the articles, all the videos, everything. Go to itsallaboutlogic.substack.com. It's on the screen right there. Subscribe there for free or for $5 a month. I'd really appreciate that. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I got a better message for you.